Another great night for us. The Scottish fans delivered. At this point, I'm pretty much convinced that they might be the loudest in the world. Attendance night was 10,589 with a gate of $1.2 million US. Bonuses. Fight of the night went to Henry and Tamor. Performance bonuses went to Felder and Ponzinibbio. Each of those fighters win $50,000 US. I'm available for any questions if we have any questions from the media.
Joe, you said it there. Loudest fans, arguably, in the world. This is twice you've come to Glasgow now. Can Glasgow be an annual destination for the UFC here in Europe?
It certainly could from a demand perspective. We've been successful both times. Amazing support and fan base here. I think when you look at our business in Europe, if we're doing 5 to 6 events a year, obviously we have to spread those events around and hit different markets. So, my view is that Glasgow is firmly in the rotation, and whether that's, annually 2 out of 3 years, every other year, I'm not sure, but, we'll definitely be back here in the future, but just no promise that can always be an annual event.
A little bit off topic here. You are the international, VP for the UFC. There was an international tour this week with Mayweather-McGregor. Can you perhaps just give us some insight into, some of the international destinations that were picked, Toronto being one and, obviously London being the other?
Yeah, I think it, obviously in a market like Australia is probably too far for a 1-week world tour. But when you think about, this fight in particular and how big it's going to be from a pay-per-view perspective, it obviously makes sense to have 2 stops in the U.S., and then you go to Canada, which is the second largest pay-per-view market in the world, and then obviously the last stop being the U.K., where the fight's going to be massive here as well, most likely end up on pay-per-view on this side of the pond. So I think when you look at the top 3 strongest markets for where this fight's going to resonate outside of probably Australia, it's definitely U.S., Canada, and the U.K., Ireland.